Would you want to address the issue of demographics or Ukraine? Because Ukraine came. So I think we can address the issue of immigration.
Yeah.
Uh, Pakistan is also on South Asian, has a lot of migration toward the west, but there is also migration taking place from the region. You'll be surprised, like we have almost 3 million Afghans because Afghanistan remains unstable. Now we even have Syrians. Some of them are doing very good business. We have Uzbeks, and we have almost 1 million, Bengalis or Biharis, basically, from Bangladesh. So, when the Iranian Revolution took place, there were Iranians who came and settled there because it was very closer. So, I think the mass mobilization or immigration is a universal concept depending on where is the stability, and now there are economic migrants. So that is, and we are handling it. Like Afghan, the time when there is a pressure, people would say, they brought this Kalashnikov culture and smuggling, but they are kind of assimilated, and now it is their, I think, third generation, which is brought up in Pakistan, and there's a lot of movement across. So there are 3 million Afghans at present in Pakistan. But we also have 10 million Pakistanis working in the West, and in Middle East. So I think this is a phenomena. Now the Ukraine war has also triggered migration, mind you. I think millions of people have left, and this is added to Europe's demographics. The I want to just highlight the issue of Portugal, in case I think Povo can highlight, because I think 300,000 Pakistanis have applied for getting Portuguese visa or something, and you have to pay like almost 300,000 euros to get set, because there are a lot of areas where they need people. So there's a net requirement in Europe of people to come and work and sustain the system. We went to Greece, in 2005 in a study tour, and we had discussion with the Ministry of External Affairs, and then they said that there were like 100,000 Pakistanis, and it was a problem. Then I asked them that why would you allow the smuggling, the human smuggling into, because there were a lot of Greek rackets and Turkish boats will come, and they would allow it, and they'll make a lot of money, millions of dollars. And then we came to know in 2005 that Europe needed almost 150 million people for next decade. That was 2005, to sustain its economy. So there is, I think, also issue of net immigration requirement. The problem is of definitely assimilation. So some of the cultures, they get integrated very quickly, some don't. And the Americans use the word that instead of becoming a melting pot, it's becoming a salad bowl. And now I think even North America is, Canada is also becoming a salad bowl. I don't know whether it becomes a melting pot. So these are international trends, and this migration is, as I discussed, is because of demographics also. I think I mentioned that in UK, 24/7 system of working in the stores, especially in the private sector, came because of South Asians, because South Asians came. And now I think if you look at the political power the immigrant is now getting in some of the countries, this is creating, there's a theory of white shift which has come in Europe. Please study that. Why people are talking of white shift? Because the original, I would say, resident of Europe, which is basically white, and let's not be ashamed of saying that, they feel that they are now scorned by the immigrants. Now, if you look at UK's Prime Minister, uh, is a Pakistani-born Hindu. Mind you, his grandfather was from Pakistan. Basically, he's also of Indian origin. You have a vice president of Indian origin in the United States, and same is, I think, going to happen in most of Western countries because of this phenomena. There's a serious imbalance, and so there are reasons, like immigrants would like to continue with their family system. They will definitely have, especially if they are Muslim, they will have 3 to 4 kids. And if you compare it with the, as somebody mentioned, the aging population of the West, they will not have, because like some of the countries are below replacement level as far as the fertility rate is concerned, and it's a Rubicon. Like some countries have crossed. That's why I refer to Brad Buchanan's book. Came in 2005 because of this demographic. One, there are going to be social problems of assimilation, and then there are going to be political power struggle, because immigrants, second, third generation, will be rising, levels. and maybe then they start, like you have a lot of mayors from Pakistan and India and UK. I don't know about rest of Europe. I know that now in Brussels, in I think in Scandinavian countries, yeah, I don't know about the France, but there are certain political Pakistanis who have now become some ministers or something, or Indians or Chinese or whatever. So this is, I think, a constant phenomena which was not addressed in the 60s. There was a demand, the development of Europe at times, entire America was built by, like Canada is being built by the immigrants. And if you go to any Canadian locality, you cannot, I think, identify that this belongs to which community, because there's so many people. So this is the root cause.